Alright everyone, welcome back to Plants vs. Zombies. We're up to level 4-1. We just finished the daytime pool area. You know, they used to call me Fog Man, because I would hang out in the fog and jump out at people. Ah, those were the days. Could you imagine if people actually did that now? It's like that stupid clown thing that was going on in America where everybody was just dressing up as clowns, freaking the crap out of everybody else. Alright, so it's a standard pool level, except now it's nighttime, and we have whatever this thing is, which is never a good sign if something is shaking. Ooh, yeah, I guess we do want potato mines. Fume shrooms are good, but I feel like we need to get rid of the scaredy shroom for maybe a pea shooter. Just more consistent damage, and less likely to flip out if zombies get close. Right, so the thing about nighttime pool is that first of all, we can use our mushrooms again because they are awake during the night, little nocturnal boys. But the other thing is nighttime pool starts throwing out some fog. Now in some cases this is perfectly fine, but in others it's difficult to see where the zombies are going to approach from. So for example, I could only see the first zombies in this lane right now. If they're in the top lane, it's a bit of a giveaway because their head peeks over the fog over here. But any other lane makes it a little bit difficult to see where the zombies are coming from. Unless you like really focus up. Okay, so the next one's in the same lane, that's good. So yeah, the added fog just delays your vision of where you can see the zombies coming from, and then maybe you'll set defenses down in the wrong zones, and mess up your own game quite a lot. But when you have puff shrooms, it's really hard to mess up. And we've been introduced to the Jack-in-a-Box zombie. That will be showing up sometime this level, which is quite a scary one, because it is RNG based as far as I'm aware, but at a certain point in time the Jack-in-a-Box zombie will show up, and with any luck we won't see what it does, because what it does is quite devastating. So we'll start replacing these puff shrooms with pea shooters now, just to get that range. And in a way it also tells you which row the zombies are coming from, because if the pea shooters start shooting early, then you're just like, oh okay, well something must be coming from down there. So you'll see me try and plant them in rows where I'm not fully covered, you know. And there's the Jack-in-the-Box zombie. I'm gonna leave him for now just to see if we can find out what he does. I obviously know, but will he do it? He did not. Okay. So, as you guys probably know, the Jack-in-the-Box thing is it winds up, and then the thing will pop out. And usually that's like a scary thing, right? Pops out and everyone's like, oh! Very similar with the Jack-in-the-Box zombie, except there's an explosion. A literal explosion. Oh wow, good timing on that one. That's another thing about these fog levels, is that you have to kind of listen out, because there's a very slight difference between, for example, a pea shooter's shot hitting a regular zombie and hitting a cone zombie. So it's good to keep your ears open. That's another cone zombie, yeah. Okay. Luckily I do think we will get defenses up in time. If not, we can just use this. Drag him under. Okay. I think we're fairly defended. At least enough to beat this level. So that is good. Jack-in-the-Box zombies also can't spawn in water, so we are safe in that department. Okay, we didn't get to see it that well because he was a bit premature. Understandable, some people suffer from it. But yeah, essentially, he got here, The Jack-in-the-Box sprung open, he freaked out, he exploded. Luckily no one was injured, but if my plants were near it, he would have taken them out. Which, depending on how close he got, could have been quite serious, but at most it would probably have just killed off some puff shrooms. Anyway, we unlock this little lantern looking thing. 25 sun. Plantern, my bad. Lights up an area letting you see through fog. Pretty interesting. Honestly, not a card I would usually pick, but in order to show it off, I shall. And we'll also show off the little sea shroom, just so you guys can see how actually terrible it is. We also need something to finish off the football zombie, so we'll grab a hypno shroom. And other than that, we do need some real damage, so we'll go for Scaredy Shroom, considering we're doing a low budget run, nothing under $1. Well, nothing over $1. And I've already kind of screwed myself there because I've only made room for one row of sun shrooms, but that's fine because we can make it up in time and then just dig that guy out when necessary. Okay, so where's the first zombie? Can't tell, can't tell, can't tell, can't tell, can't tell, can't tell. Come on. Where is he at? Show me something. Give me a glimpse. There he is. Okay, so it looks like he's here. Once again. So yeah, it can be a real struggle sometimes, especially in the early game for these levels, trying to figure out and suss out where the first zombie is. Luckily, because this isn't like an extremely difficult game, 9 times out of 10 the first zombie is in fact just a regular zombie. In fact, I'm pretty sure 10 times out of 10 the first zombie is a regular zombie, except for in like the challenge modes like every 5 rounds or so. So ideally you're alright no matter what, really. You just have enough puff shrooms down and you've won. Any other game mode you just have enough potato mines down and you've won. So it's really not too difficult to get a win. So we'll start planting our Scaredy Shrooms. Okay, he's not firing up, so nobody's in the water. That's handy, because I'm not exactly focusing on the audio section. Now, this is the bad thing about the sea shrooms. Look at the recharge rate in comparison to the puff shrooms. Puff shrooms are done, and I'm not even like halfway to getting a sea shroom. And then, puff shrooms are done again. We're going to need some long range support for that row, because I did not expect a conehead zombie so quickly. Right, just layer on the sea shrooms. See, this is what I mean. If they're at the top, you can easily spot them quite, like, immediately. Whereas, if they're any other layer, it can be a bit of a blur until they get to, like, 2 rows away. Okay, place more Scaredy Shrooms. I think the middle will be good, but we should really be focusing on the sides by now. It's freaking me out that, like, I've got 3 rows of Scaredy Shrooms on land, but like none of them were firing for a solid 10 seconds there. I was like, did they just start sending zombies or what? But yes, essentially, if you want to use some cheat codes, probably shouldn't do it now considering there's something being shot at in that lane. But once it's gone, and we stop shooting, this is what the Plantern does. Makes you able to see through the fog, lights up the area quite nicely, although it does not have any offensive aspect to it. It can be nice to see what is coming for you, especially if it's a football zombie and you can't really distinguish it as one because of the sound it makes when it gets hit. So I'm just gonna be... So now it just turns into a regular nighttime level. But, you know. you need plantains. Okay, so far nothing terrible has shown up. No Jack-in-the-Box boys, no tanky quarterbacks. So we're fine so far. Maybe I should have put the Tangle Kelp on. That might have been good actually. I do feel like I need to put more Scaredy Shrooms behind these guys though, just as like extra protection for them. Because if they get eaten, I suddenly become blind again. And a whole bunch of stuff can happen while my eyesight's gone. Anyway, I've had a little bit of an update on potentially speedrunning this game, right? I've looked at speedrun.com for Plants vs Zombies, and admittedly, it is going to take a while to do just one run through, because, like, first of all, they've said that any run faster than 4 hours and 30 minutes, yeah, that's the deadline, right? Any run faster than that has to have video evidence. Could you believe that? So they're saying, first of all, if you do this in less than 4 hours, I think it was 4 hours and 30 minutes, then you need proof, because we don't want you BSing. Imagine that. 4 hours and 30 minutes being a good speedrun goal. Now, I think the top few people do it in like 3 hours 29, 3 hours 28 minutes, something. I'm not sure if I can do it faster, but goddamn, I'm gonna try. I think that's actually gonna be quite a fun thing. I've always loved the idea of speedrunning a game, just doing it as fast as possible, and Plants vs Zombies to me is like, well, at least what I consider to be one of the few games that you could, like, that there aren't many glitches and know-how, you know? Like, obviously there's strategy and which plants you pick that'll change how well you play, obviously, but overall, it's just how quick you are. Okay, and then we unlock a cactus. Huh. And so, I figure since there's not many glitches and ways to abuse the game, that I'd have a decent shot at actually making a good time. Shoots spikes that can pop balloons. Isn't that fascinating? I thought we were aiming for zombies. Oh wait, balloon. So we now have a balloon zombie. Let's check out the Jack-in-the-Box zombie. This zombie carries an explosive surprise. Toughness medium, speed fast, special Jack-in-the-Box explodes. This zombie shivers, not because he's cold, but because he's crazy. Isn't that cute? Isn't that just the cutest thing? Oh, and I also found out some lore about Mr. Dancing Zombie over here. So, this is a very early version of the game because after Michael Jackson's demise, very sad, very tragic, I believe, I'm not sure who exactly said it, but people were against him being in the game after he died, of course, and so they PopCap was just like, yeah, no, that's fair enough, we'll 100% agree with you on that one, no need to argue, we completely understand, don't worry, sort of thing. And so in every iteration of the game after that point, he was replaced by a Disco Stew looking zombie from The Simpsons. So there is the rest of the lore that I was talking about, and there doesn't seem to be many tough zombies, it's just kind of introducing the balloon concept, so I presume we will need the cactus. Oh, and I think the balloon zombies can actually just go over water as well. So I might have to cactus up every single row. Yeah, I was doing my, a little bit of research on Plants vs Zombies to find that out for you guys. Admittedly, it did take me a while, but I was genuinely curious and looked it up. Wow, I'm really glad he came in the top layer, because I was only focusing up there, I wasn't really thinking about down here. But yeah, apparently Mr. Jackson himself was cool with it, or didn't really care about it, and then once he dropped off. People that spoke on behalf of him were just like, yeah, nah, maybe take that down. And then PopCap was just like, yeah, fair point. And it was all like very friendly, very professional as far as I could tell. So yeah, props to PopCap for being super polite and super nice about it. I know some games sort of fought tooth and nail to keep it in, but yeah, PopCap was chill AF. Loved it. I also found out that Plants vs Zombies versus mode exists. I had no idea this existed until I was reading about the dancing zombie, and then it said something along the lines of sun cost and brain cost, and I was like, wait, what? You can like, I mean, I know in the puzzle you get to play like as the bad guys, sort of thing. And you can send out zombies, but what's this brain cost thing? I don't understand. So then I found out that it's a console exclusive, that you can play a sort of versus mode where one person plants plants and the other one places zombies. It looks quite fun, not gonna lie. I wish I had this information earlier, but I did not, which is quite sad to me. But at the same time, I don't think I'm missing out on much. I think it was a little bit scuffed, to say the least. But it was an interesting take. Okay, so now we've got a long shooter in all the main ground rows. We just need to extend our... Oh boy, there is the first balloon, and it's coming up top. So the cactus springs up, shoots him down, and then he's just a pathetic regular zombie at that point with a little bit of a hunchback. So we're alright. We got pretty lucky on the fact that he spawned in the top row where a cactus already was, because the fog would have hit him for quite some time before then, and it could have made it much more difficult to actually handle if he got to about here and we were still poor trying to make money for cactus. But yes, that's pretty much the whole premise of the balloon zombie, is to screw you over royally if you don't pick cactus. Now, there is another plant later on that can thoroughly extinguish balloon zombies and is 10 times better than the cactus. And so we will be aiming for that as quickly as possible, but that plant appears in Crazy Dave's shop. So we are gonna have to grind for it a little bit because it's gonna cost quite a bit of money, admittedly. But overall, cactus isn't a bad plant, it's just very specific in its use. Like, you have to actually only use it pretty much for these few levels when the balloons come in and you don't have the replacement from Crazy Dave's shop. Alright, we've unlocked what looks like a clover of some type. I believe it's called a blover though. Yes, blover. Blows away all balloon zombies and fog. Interesting. So it's a counter to both the fog itself and to these specific zombies as well. Let's check out the almanac about them. Floats above the fray, immune to most attacks, toughness low, special flying, weakness, cactus, and blover. Balloon zombie really lucked out, the balloon thing really works, and none of the other zombies have picked up on it. Anyway. This just looks like a regular level. We might just have to watch out for Dolphin Rider zombies, so Tangle Kelp is definitely going to be necessary. We'll try this one with sunflowers. It's going to be a bit of a slow start, but yeah, we'll give it a shot. Get some insta-kill plants in there because they're necessary. And you know what, we'll try and deal with our balloon zombies with the blover, just to test it out, but if that doesn't work, we'll have the cactus as a sort of backup, and then we will have just a regular pea shooter. Why not? We'll see how this goes. Now you gotta plant the sunflowers quickly, because essentially the faster they make sun, the faster you can put more of them down. But this is the only thing that sucks about the sunflowers early game. So it takes a while for you to actually start ramping up. But when you do, it's like you will get more sun faster in the early game. Whereas the sun shrooms get you more sun shrooms in the early game, but it's still kind of pathetic amounts of sun. Whereas once you get like 2 or 3 of these guys, it's immediately way better. Okay, so just 1 more sun, and then we should be rolling quite easily in the plant currency. There we go. Alright. Yeah, once you get 3 down, you're pretty much set. That's not to say you shouldn't get more than 3, but I just mean like a regularly consistent amount of sun to get more sunflowers. Which is pretty dope. And then, what's the special level 5 on this? Because there's always a special, like, halfway level, as well as the final level. It's like an all-out battle royale sort of Fortnite. Everybody just swarms you. Game mode on the 10th one. I don't remember what the 5th one is for the foggy nighttime. I wonder. Okay, so now that we're getting extra sun, we will start setting up our lily pads, and now we're pretty much set for game. Okay. Now we're just saving up for pea shooters, I guess, because there wasn't that many difficult enemies, so to speak. It was, as far as I'm aware, it's just those stupid balloon zombies again, as well as, what you call it? The dolphin riders. Which, no! I knew I'd make that mistake at some point. There we go. Okay, so everything's coming in the bottom row. That's good to know. The one I haven't protected. Oh, and that's actually a cone head, so I might have to prematurely screw him over. That means something's here. Okay, that sounds like another cone head. Alright. But we should be relatively fine. I can see why this might be a pain for like speedrunners going through this, because I was reading the comments on some of the speedruns. I didn't actually watch any, but I was reading some of the comments people made being just like, oh, had really good RNG except for this level, or blah blah blah, and a lot of them mentioned levels 5 onwards as well as level 4s, but all the ones before that seemed quite fine. Like nobody seemed to make a peep about those. Okay, I'll put that in the right lane, that's good. And so it kind of makes me wonder if everybody's kind of like struggling with this fog as opposed to everything else. I guess this is kind of like a playthrough first of all for you guys, but at the same time it's kind of like me going through and being just like, yes, I could optimize here. This would be a good place to use these certain plants. Anyway, huge wedge of zombies coming in. We don't have any cactus up, so we're going to be using the blower. Testing it out, seeing how well it goes. Okay, I didn't actually hear any balloon zombies enter, which is interesting. Because certain zombies, well, most zombies do have a distinct entrance noise. Like, maybe not the basic ones like the cone head, etc. Just not like the basic armored ones. But the balloon zombies got that little inflating sound, which I will point out when it happens next. Should be soon. Not soon? Could have sworn it would have been soon. There it is. Right, so now there's an inflated balloon somewhere. And we will be testing out the blower. Okay, so here's the balloon zombie. Oh, and there's another one. Good thing we waited. Okay, and now we will see how well this works. Just yeets them off the screen along with the fog. And we do have another balloon zombie, so we will have to pop that with the cactus. Sadly, the cactus will not live. But the blower seems quite good. Gets rid of the fog for quite some time. You get the hell out of here. Oh, do we have enough? Do we have enough? One more. Come on. Ooh, that can be an issue. Jump over that. Two more. Just one more. Oh, what? There's another one? Okay, 2 more. Come on, we can do this. Really? There's another? Okay, this is starting to get a bit tricky. But it's fine. We are handling it. Admittedly, I should probably be putting down some cactus. But we're at the end of the wave anyway, so it's not too bad. And like I said, these guys are just like pole vault zombies but in water. So it's really not that much of a pain to deal with them. Okay, here comes the final wave. And due to the fast recharge rate of the blower, we can in fact just kind of do this. We'll sink you, and probably just another pea shooter down there, because every other row is going to be able to handle themselves, but this one really got stacked up on by zombies. Okay, put some extra damage down, put a blower on there, make them eat a bunch of different crap, just to stall them a little bit, and then 1 down, 2 down. We found a taco! Isn't that nice? And of course we get our gold from all the lawnmowers. We've almost got 5,000 for that 8 seed slot, which would be good. What are you going to do with a taco? Let's continue. You found my magic taco! I must have it. I'll give you $1,000. Yes! The taco is mine! Why'd I give you so much money for a taco? Here it comes, guys. Why is that, Crazy Dave? Because I'm crazy. Take a look around my shop. You'll notice I got some new items in stock. Alright. So this is the guy. Oh wait, we already afforded the 8 seed slots. We're up to 9. 20 grand? Nah, screw that. So, we've now got cattails. Plant these on your lily pads to turn them into cattails. Cattails can attack any lane and take down balloon zombies. This was my boy who I was talking about. We also have fume shrooms into gloom shrooms. Plant these on your fume shrooms to turn them into gloom shrooms. Gloom shrooms do rapid attacks in a small area. So it doesn't hit in front of them anymore. It's a small area around them. Almost like the cherry bomb, but it's just permanent. It's not like a one-hit wonder. So anyway, we're going to be saving up for cattails, although at the same time they're not great. Oh, we're back to night mode without the pool for the special level. Anyway, that's interesting. I've never actually noticed that. I thought I just completely forgot the night pool level, but anyway, me and my buddy Harvey Flaxcaster used to break vases when we were bored. Well, Harvey's out of town, so you're coming with me, Harvey number 2. Break it like you mean it, Harvey. Okay, we are officially called Harvey now. So, we are now playing the vase breaker minigame. Click on a vase to see what's inside. Destroy all zombies and vases to finish the level. So, we'll just preemptively plant there. Crack those 2 open, preemptively plant that there. Wait for those guys to be finished off. And to be honest, if we break these, first of all we can just yoink him out the way. Wait for that guy to die so the squash isn't wasted. Break those 2 open. This is the only place that needs defending, and we've won. Alright, so they gave us way too many resources for that one, but I guess it was the tutorial. Man, you broke those vases nice and good. Broke them like the time I broke my back digging through those trash cans. Here, I bought some more vases. Gotta be careful about breaking them too fast, though. You don't want to end up with more zombies than you can handle, huh? Well, to be honest, you've given me lawnmowers. So I could break all of these and not really care. I don't know if that'll do it, so we'll just place you there. Okay, everything else seems handleable. Place you there to handle that. place those. That seems fine. Don't know where I want that. That's an answer to my question. Now that he's gone, break that open, break that open, break this open. That should be fine there. Break all of those. Alright, easy enough. Alright, this should be the last of them. Break these and you'll be all done. Okay, so if you didn't know, the green ones are guaranteed to be safe. Hence why I'm breaking them all rather immediately. Damn, okay, so those are good. We'll place that here. Highly likely of a crappy zombie being inside. Okay, so if you didn't get enough of an example of what that guy did, that's what he does. It's open from the back. Ooh. I do wonder if we can get him to eat the mushroom if we kill this guy fast enough and this guy keeps walking. I don't think that'll be the case. Ooh, but if we break this... There, now we've got this boy on our side and we can safely break those because no matter what, he'll be there to help us out. And our damage plus zombies damage equals easy win. Okay, that wasn't a really good use of the mushroom, but... Alright. This is pretty much a victory, hands down. Yep. I don't see how we could lose this. And this will be the end of episode 7? Is it 7 right now? I think it's 7. Anyway, we've just unlocked the split pea. Shoots peas forward and backwards. So if you haven't caught on by now, if you're given a plant and you think, huh, that's a weird little niche function. I don't know why I'd ever need that. It's usually because the next zombie they're introducing screws you over that particular way. So it looks like in the next episode we will be dealing with zombies that somehow get behind us. And we will have to figure out where and when we need to use the split pea in order to handle them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. I am definitely looking into speedrunning this game, and in fact after I complete the regular playthrough, maybe even after the 100%, I will start up a speedrun attempt. See where I get, post it on the leaderboards, and if you guys are interested, you can try it out for yourselves. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.